Hello, I'm SA, your AI essayist. Please note that all content, audio and video in this presentation are AI generated. As AI can sometimes produce inaccuracies, I encourage you to verify any factual information presented. With that in mind, let's begin. The significance of her work in challenging traditional gender roles and promoting female agency cannot be overstated. She presented female characters who were intelligent, independent, and capable of making their own choices. These characters defied the prevailing stereotypes of women as passive, submissive, and intellectually inferior. LaRoche's portrayal of female friendship and community provided a counter-narrative to the dominant patriarchal ideology, offering a vision of female solidarity and mutual support. Her advocacy for female education and empowerment challenged the notion that women's intellectual abilities were limited or that their primary role was to serve men. In the context of her time, LaRoche's achievements were truly extraordinary. She navigated the constraints of a patriarchal society to establish herself as a successful writer, salonière, and intellectual. She used her platform to advocate for social reform and to promote the rights and interests of women. Her commitment to Enlightenment values and her belief in the power of reason and education made her a significant figure in the intellectual landscape of her era. She fostered a culture of open discourse and intellectual exchange, providing a space for women to participate fully in the intellectual life of the time. Her lasting impact on the intellectual landscape is undeniable. She left behind a body of work that continues to be studied and appreciated by scholars and readers alike. Her novels and essays offer valuable insights into the social, political, and cultural dynamics of 18th century Europe. Her advocacy for female education and empowerment remains relevant today, inspiring ongoing efforts to promote gender equality and social justice. Her legacy as a pioneering female writer and intellectual continues to inspire women to pursue their dreams and to challenge the status quo. Recent critical re-evaluations of LaRoche's work have focused on her contributions to the development of the German novel, her role in shaping public opinion on social and political issues, and her significance as a feminist writer and intellectual. Scholars have explored the complexities of her female characters, the nuances of her social commentary, and the enduring relevance of her advocacy for female education and empowerment. These re-evaluations have helped to shed new light on LaRoche's achievements and to solidify her place as a major figure in German literary and intellectual history. The multifaceted nature of her work ensures continued scholarly interest and appreciation for generations to come. She stands as a crucial figure in understanding the evolution of both the novel form and the discourse surrounding women's roles in society. Information theory, pioneered by Claude Shannon, provided a mathematical framework for quantifying the amount of information contained in a message and the efficiency with which it can be transmitted and received. Machlup recognized the potential of this framework for understanding how firms gather information about market conditions, competitor actions, and technological developments, and how they use this information to make strategic decisions. He delved into the complexities of information asymmetry, where different actors in the market possess varying levels of knowledge. This asymmetry, he argued, can lead to market inefficiencies, strategic maneuvering, and even market failure. Firms with superior information may be able to exploit their advantage, while those with limited information may be vulnerable to exploitation. His analysis highlighted the importance of information transparency and the role of institutions in promoting a more level playing field. Machlup's work also shed light on the concept of information costs. Acquiring information is not a costless endeavor. Firms must invest resources in gathering data, analyzing market trends, and monitoring competitor activities. These information costs can significantly impact a firm's profitability and its ability to compete effectively. Machlup explored how firms weigh the costs and benefits of acquiring additional information and how they make decisions about the optimal level of information to acquire. Furthermore, Machlup examined the role of information in shaping market dynamics. He recognized that information flows can influence prices, quantities, and the overall allocation of resources. For example, the dissemination of information about a new product or technology can lead to a surge in demand, while the revelation of negative information about a company can trigger a stock market crash. His analysis underscored the importance of understanding the dynamics of information diffusion and its impact on market stability. His early work resonated strongly with the Austrian school's emphasis on the subjective nature of value and the role of entrepreneurial discovery. Austrian economists had long argued that market prices are not simply determined by objective supply and demand factors, but also by the subjective valuations of individual buyers and sellers. Machlup's work on information theory provided a formal framework for understanding how these subjective valuations are shaped by the information available to market participants. Moreover, Machlup's focus on information costs aligned with the Austrian school's emphasis on the importance of entrepreneurial alertness. Austrian economists argued that entrepreneurs are constantly seeking out new opportunities for profit by identifying unmet needs, developing innovative products, and discovering more efficient ways of producing goods and services. This entrepreneurial discovery process, in turn, relies heavily on the acquisition and interpretation of information. Entrepreneurs must be able to identify and exploit information asymmetries in order to gain a competitive advantage. In essence, Machlup's early work served as a bridge between the Austrian school's emphasis on subjective value and entrepreneurial action and the emerging field of information theory. He demonstrated how information, or the absence thereof, shapes economic decisions, influences market dynamics, and drives entrepreneurial innovation. His insights provided a more nuanced and realistic understanding of how markets function in the real world, where perfect information is a rare commodity. The subsequent sections of this essay will delve deeper into Stefan Machlup's multifaceted contributions to economic thought. We will explore his groundbreaking work on innovation and technological change, examining his models of technological diffusion and his analysis of the relationship between innovation, competition, and economic growth. Further exploration will consider his later work on semantics and knowledge and its impact on our understanding of the knowledge economy. Finally, we will assess Machlup's enduring legacy and his influence on subsequent generations of economists and management scholars. Through this comprehensive examination, we aim to illuminate the profound and lasting impact of Stefan Machlup's intellectual contributions to the fields of economics, information theory, and beyond. Stefan Machlup's intellectual journey led him to a profound engagement with the dynamics of innovation and technological change, an area of inquiry that resonated deeply with his Austrian school sensibilities regarding market processes and entrepreneurial discovery. He sought to understand how new technologies emerge, diffuse through the economy, and ultimately contribute to economic growth, all while grappling with the inherent uncertainties and imperfections characteristic of real-world markets. The mid-20th century presented a unique set of challenges for economists attempting to model technological progress. Traditional neoclassical models often treated technological change as an exogenous factor, a kind of manna from heaven that boosted productivity without fully explaining its origins or the mechanisms through which it spread. Measuring technological progress also posed a significant hurdle. Economists relied on aggregate productivity measures, such as total factor productivity, which captured the residual growth that could not be attributed to increases in labor or capital inputs. While useful, These measures offered limited insight into the specific innovations driving growth or the factors influencing their adoption. Predicting the trajectory of technological change proved even more elusive, given the inherent uncertainties surrounding research and development, market acceptance, and the emergence of competing technologies. Machlup confronted these challenges head-on, developing models that emphasized the endogenous nature of technological change, viewing it as a process driven by entrepreneurial activity, competitive pressures, and the pursuit of profit. He recognized that innovation is inherently uncertain, involving experimentation, learning, and adaptation. His models sought to capture these dynamics, providing a more realistic representation of how firms make decisions about adopting new technologies. One of Machlup's significant contributions was his work on the diffusion of innovations. He recognized that the adoption of a new technology is seldom instantaneous. It typically follows a gradual process, starting with a few pioneering firms and then spreading to others as they observe the success of the early adopters, learn about the technology's capabilities, and assess its potential benefits for their own operations. Machlup's models incorporated factors such as the perceived profitability of the new technology, the cost of adoption, the availability of information, and the attitudes of managers toward risk and change. He envisioned a landscape populated by firms possessing varying levels of information and facing differing sets of constraints. The decision to adopt a new technology, in Machlup's view, became a calculated gamble, a weighing of potential rewards against inherent risks. Firms, rather than acting as perfectly rational automatons, operated within a framework of bounded rationality, making choices based on incomplete information and cognitive limitations. This perspective aligned with the Austrian school's emphasis on subjective value and the role of entrepreneurial judgment in navigating uncertainty. Machlup's models also highlighted the importance of competition in driving technological diffusion. He argued that firms are more likely to adopt new technologies when they face intense competitive pressures, as they seek to gain an edge over their rivals or simply to avoid falling behind. Competition, in this view, acts as a powerful force for innovation, compelling firms to constantly seek out new and better ways of doing things. This perspective countered the Schumpeterian notion that innovation is primarily driven by large, monopolistic firms with the resources to invest in research and development. Machlup emphasized the role of smaller, entrepreneurial firms in driving innovation, arguing that they are often more nimble and responsive to changing market conditions. He further explored the relationship between innovation and economic growth, arguing that technological change is a primary engine of long-run prosperity. He recognized that innovation can lead to increased productivity, lower costs, improved product quality, and the creation of new goods and services. These benefits, in turn, can lead to higher living standards, increased employment, and greater overall economic well-being. Machlup's analysis of the relationship between innovation, competition, and economic growth offered a nuanced perspective, acknowledging both the benefits and the potential challenges associated with technological change. He recognized that innovation can disrupt existing industries, displace workers, and create new forms of inequality. He argued that policymakers should strive to create an environment that fosters innovation while also mitigating its potential negative consequences. This required a delicate balancing act, avoiding policies that stifle innovation while also providing a safety net for those who are adversely affected by it. His models of technological diffusion demonstrated a clear departure from earlier, more simplistic approaches. Instead of assuming uniform adoption rates, Machlup accounted for the heterogeneity of firms, their varying access to information, and their differing risk preferences. This granular approach allowed for a more realistic simulation of how new technologies permeate the economy. He successfully integrated the Austrian school's emphasis on individual action and subjective valuation into a formal framework for analyzing technological change. This integration marked a significant advancement in the field, providing a bridge between theoretical insights and empirical observation. The enduring impact of Machlup's work on innovation studies can be seen in the continued relevance of his core ideas. While the specific technologies and industries he studied may have changed, the fundamental principles he articulated remain applicable. His emphasis on the role of competition, the importance of information, and the uncertainties inherent in technological change continue to inform contemporary research. Modern-day economists studying innovation often draw upon Machlup's insights when analyzing the diffusion of new technologies such as renewable energy, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology. His work also serves as a reminder of the importance of considering the social and economic consequences of technological change, ensuring that its benefits are widely shared and its potential harms are mitigated. Furthermore, Machlup's work laid the groundwork for subsequent research on network effects, where the value of a product or service increases as more people use it. He understood that the adoption of a new technology often depends on the size of the network of users, as this can affect its compatibility, its ease of use, and its overall value. This insight has become increasingly relevant in the digital age, where network effects are pervasive and play a crucial role in the success of many technologies. Machlup's legacy in innovation studies extends beyond his specific models and findings. He fostered a deeper appreciation for the complexities of technological change and the need for a multidisciplinary approach to understanding it. He inspired generations of scholars to explore the intricate interplay between technology, economics, and society, contributing to a richer and more nuanced understanding of the forces that shape our world. His work stands as a testament to the power of economic thinking to illuminate the dynamics of innovation and to guide policymakers in their efforts to promote economic growth and social well-being. The complexities of technological change, explored through Machlup's insightful lens, naturally lead to an examination of knowledge itself as an economic commodity. Machlup ventured into the relatively uncharted territory of the economics of knowledge, a field that grapples with the unique characteristics of information and intellectual assets within market systems. He recognized that traditional economic models, primarily designed for tangible goods, often fell short when applied to knowledge, a resource that is both non-rivalrous, meaning its consumption by one person does diminish its availability to others, and often difficult to exclude others from using, leading to challenges in establishing property rights. One of the central problems Machlup addressed was the inherent difficulty in defining and measuring knowledge within economic systems. How does one quantify something so intangible, so varied in its forms and applications? Traditional economic metrics focused on physical output and monetary value struggled to capture the multifaceted nature of knowledge and its contribution to economic activity. Machlup argued for a broader, more nuanced understanding of knowledge, encompassing not only scientific and technological know-how, but also practical skills, organizational expertise, and even cultural understanding. His approach to analyzing the production, distribution, and utilization of knowledge was innovative in its scope and methodology. He meticulously examined the various sectors involved in the knowledge industry, from research and development to education and media, seeking to understand how knowledge is created, disseminated, and applied in different contexts. He emphasized the importance of communication networks and information flows in facilitating the efficient allocation of knowledge resources. His work highlighted the role of institutions, such as universities, research organizations, and libraries in fostering knowledge creation and dissemination. Machlup delved into the complexities of intellectual property rights, recognizing their crucial role in incentivizing innovation and protecting the interests of knowledge creators. He analyzed the trade-offs between granting exclusive rights to inventors and promoting the wider diffusion of knowledge for the benefit of society. He explored the challenges of balancing the need to reward innovation with the potential for monopolies and restrictions on access to information. His work contributed to a more informed debate about the optimal design of intellectual property systems, considering both economic efficiency and social welfare. The significance of knowledge in economic development was another key theme in Machlup's work. He argued that knowledge accumulation and technological progress are fundamental drivers of economic growth and improved living standards. He emphasized the importance of investing in education, research, and infrastructure to foster a knowledge-based economy. He recognized that developing countries could benefit from acquiring and adapting knowledge from abroad, but also stressed the need to build indigenous capabilities for innovation and knowledge creation. Machlup's insights into the economics of knowledge have become increasingly relevant in the digital age, where information is abundant, easily accessible, and rapidly changing. The rise of the Internet and other digital technologies has transformed the way knowledge is produced, distributed, and consumed. The challenges of protecting intellectual property in the digital environment, managing information overload, and ensuring equitable access to knowledge have become even more pressing. His emphasis on the importance of communication networks and information flows resonates strongly in today's interconnected world. The Internet has created unprecedented opportunities for collaboration, knowledge sharing, and innovation, but it has also created new challenges related to privacy, security, and the spread of misinformation. Machlup's work provides a valuable framework for understanding these complex dynamics and for developing policies that promote a vibrant and inclusive knowledge economy. The concept of the knowledge industry, which Machlup pioneered, has gained widespread acceptance as a way to describe the growing economic importance of activities related to knowledge creation, dissemination, and application. This industry encompasses a wide range of sectors, including education, research and development, media and entertainment, information technology, and consulting services. Understanding the dynamics of this industry is crucial for policymakers seeking to promote economic growth and innovation. Machlup's analysis of intellectual property rights remains highly relevant in the digital age, where copyright infringement and piracy are rampant. The debate over the appropriate balance between protecting the rights of content creators and promoting access to information continues to rage, with no easy answers. Machlup's work provides a valuable framework for analyzing the economic and social implications of different intellectual property regimes. His emphasis on the role of knowledge in economic development is particularly important for developing countries, which often face significant challenges in building a knowledge-based economy. Investing in education, research, and infrastructure is essential for these countries to catch up with developed nations and to participate fully in the global knowledge economy. Machlup's work provides valuable insights into the strategies that developing countries can use to promote knowledge accumulation and technological progress. The modern relevance of Machlup's work on knowledge economics extends beyond the digital age. His insights are applicable to a wide range of economic and social issues, from healthcare to environmental protection. In healthcare, for example, knowledge about disease prevention, diagnosis, and treatment is crucial for improving public health outcomes. In environmental protection, knowledge about climate change, pollution, and resource management is essential for developing sustainable policies. Machlup's legacy in knowledge economics lies in his pioneering efforts to conceptualize and analyze knowledge as an economic commodity. He provided a framework for understanding the unique characteristics of knowledge, the role of knowledge in economic development, and the challenges of managing knowledge in a rapidly changing world. His work continues to inspire research and inform policy decisions in a wide range of fields. His contributions to understanding the production, distribution, and utilization of knowledge remain profoundly relevant, offering valuable guidance for navigating the complexities of the knowledge economy and fostering innovation in the digital age. Beyond his significant contributions to information theory, innovation, and knowledge economics, Fritz Machlup also left an indelible mark on the field of management. He directed his analytical lens toward the intricate problems of organizational structure and operational efficiency that challenged businesses and other institutions. Machlup sought to understand how organizations could better leverage their resources, streamline their processes, and make more informed decisions in an increasingly complex and competitive environment. One of the central problems Machlup addressed was the challenge of organizational design. Traditional hierarchical structures, while offering clear lines of authority, often suffered from rigidity, slow decision-making, and a lack of responsiveness to changing market conditions. Machlup recognized the need for more flexible and adaptable organizational models that could foster innovation, collaboration, and employee empowerment. He explored alternative organizational structures, such as matrix organizations and team-based systems, that could better facilitate the flow of information, the sharing of knowledge, and the coordination of activities across different departments and functions. Another key issue Machlup tackled was the problem of decision-making within organizations. He observed that many decisions were made based on incomplete information, biased judgment, or political considerations, rather than on rational analysis and objective evaluation. Machlup advocated for the use of quantitative methods, such as cost-benefit analysis and decision theory, to improve the quality and objectivity of decision-making processes. He also emphasized the importance of transparency, accountability, and participation in decision-making to ensure that decisions were aligned with the overall goals and values of the organization. Machlup's approach to analyzing management structures and decision-making processes was characterized by its rigor, its breadth, and its practicality. He explored the factors that foster innovation, such as creativity, risk-taking, collaboration, and access to resources. Machlup also examined the role of entrepreneurs in creating new businesses, new products, and new markets. He argued that governments should create an environment that encourages entrepreneurship by reducing regulatory burdens, promoting competition, and supporting research and development. Synthesizing Machlup's diverse contributions across information theory, innovation, knowledge economics, and management reveals a consistent and coherent intellectual project. He was fundamentally concerned with understanding how knowledge is created, disseminated, and utilized in economic and social systems. Machlup recognized that knowledge is not a static entity, but a dynamic process, constantly evolving and adapting to changing circumstances. He sought to develop a framework for analyzing this process, to identify the factors that influence its effectiveness, and to provide guidance on how to manage it more effectively. Machlup's work demonstrates a deep appreciation for the complexities and nuances of economic and organizational phenomena. He avoided simplistic generalizations and sought to develop theories that were grounded in empirical evidence and informed by interdisciplinary perspectives. Machlup was also a skilled communicator, able to explain complex ideas in a clear, concise, and engaging style. His writings are accessible to a wide audience, from academics and policymakers to managers and entrepreneurs. The enduring legacy of Machlup's work lies in its continued relevance to understanding complex economic and organizational phenomena. His insights into the nature of information, the dynamics of innovation, the economics of knowledge, and the challenges of management remain profoundly relevant in the digital age. His work continues to inspire research and inform policy decisions,
in a wide range of fields. For instance, Machlup's analysis of the information economy provides a valuable framework for understanding the impact of the internet, social media, and artificial intelligence on economic activity. His work on innovation helps to explain the success of Silicon Valley and other centers of technological innovation. His insights into knowledge management are essential for organizations seeking to leverage their intellectual assets and to foster a culture of learning and collaboration. His contributions to management theory offer valuable guidance for organizations seeking to improve their effectiveness, efficiency, and adaptability in a rapidly changing world. Machlup's intellectual curiosity, analytical rigor, and practical orientation serve as a model for scholars and practitioners alike. He demonstrated the value of interdisciplinary thinking, empirical research, and clear communication in addressing complex economic and social problems. His work stands as a testament to the power of knowledge to inform decision-making, to improve organizational performance, and to promote economic and social progress. He leaves behind a rich intellectual legacy that continues to shape our understanding of the knowledge economy and the challenges of managing in a complex world. His emphasis on the importance of knowledge, innovation, and adaptability remains a vital guide for navigating the complexities of the 21st century.
We really appreciate you tuning in to this AI-powered presentation. Our goal is to push the boundaries of AI in content creation, and your input is invaluable. If there's a particular subject you'd like to see us tackle next, or if you have suggestions on how we could fine-tune our AI's creative prompts, please don't hesitate to leave your ideas in the comments section. We're excited to bring you more unique content very soon.